This is Mike, Seder 42 Vinyl. I'm going to do a video today. I'm going to continue to go on and do February 2024. These are newer pickups, and then maybe I'll go back and do some stuff that I bought. Maybe I'll just pick random months. I'm not sure yet. Just to show some stuff that I've been buying. I'm going to break these up into smaller videos this time. Maybe see if that, I don't know if people like to watch the longer videos, the longer form ones or not. I feel like the shorter videos maybe get more people to stick around. I don't know. And I'm not trying to like game the system or anything. I just kind of want people to, or whoever watches these, to kind of enjoy them and not have to sit through a 40 to 50 minute video, I guess. So I'm going to start with stuff that I bought this February in 2024 and just kind of go through everything that I got basically. And I'm going to start with the newest releases and go to the stuff that was released further in the past. Some of that might be reissues, even though they were released recently. I'm going to go by the original release date of the albums. So if you want to see some of the older albums that I bought, they'll be in the later videos, but these are the newer releases that I bought. And one of the newest releases I bought, and this is a really good album, and this is going to be metal, by the way, and I'll do another one where it's just kind of hard rock or rock or alternative. But this is a release that came out this year that I've really enjoyed a lot. I've listened to it a few times, and I'm having a lot of fun with this. And this is the Mick Mars solo album, The Other Side of Mars. There's some really good songs on here. I feel like Mick did a really great job. It does remind you a bit of Motley Crue, and that glam metal sound. It's a bit heavier, but still a little bit, grungy or just hard rock. But it's all in there, man. I really feel like, this kind of stuff really brings me back. If Headbangers Ball did still exist and, heavy metal was as popular as it was back then in the late 80s, early 90s, people would have been really, really excited about this album. And I'm not saying people aren't excited about it. I was, but this would be like a big deal in the music industry. At that time, Mick Mars leaving Motley Crue and doing a solo record that's this good. This would be, everybody was younger. This would be like world tour, like we would be seeing Mick playing with his band, and it would be, he might even be doing theaters or something like that. This album is really good. I enjoyed it a lot. Came on the clear vinyl, and I'm just having a real good time with this. Another album I bought in the same vein is Crazy Licks, and this is Two Shots at Glory. This is kind of a best of with some either remixed or re-recorded songs from previous albums. Really good stuff. Crazy Licks is really good. I really enjoy their stuff. I buy everything. I have everything that's been put out on vinyl. The only thing that they're missing is the self-titled, and I'm hoping that that's coming soon, and maybe even a new album. I've been following them on Instagram. They've been doing these tours, these hard rock tours on these cruises, which I think is really cool, and it seems like they're having a good time. I would love to see these guys live in the States. That would be awesome. And really good stuff here. If you're looking for a place to start with Crazy Licks, this is a pretty good place. This is kind of a best of. So, if you're going to stream it, I would stream this. And, this is available. It should still be available on Frontiers. That's where I got it. And the next one, Saxon. This is really good. Hellfire and Damnation. I can't believe this band. These guys are probably all close to their 60s or above in age, Biff for sure. And this is actually really good. I've listened to side one a few times because there's some really good songs on side one. Side two, I'm still, learning if I like as much on that side, but side one is very, very strong. This is, along with Mick Mars, this album has potential to be on an end of year list, depending on what else comes out this year. Obviously it's really early. It's only, March when I'm making this video, but really, really, really good stuff here. I do recommend this album. I did not get Carpe Diem, but it kind of makes me want to go back and get that. And also, Music on Vinyl have been releasing many of their albums from the 90s. I've been really happy with Saxon. I mean, they have a lot of albums. They haven't really changed their sound much, so, it's typical Saxon sound. They're not like doing progressive metal or anything right now. They're still a straight up heavy metal band that really sounds like they did back in the 80s. They're just, they're just a little bit more modern sounding, with the production. Good stuff though. I would recommend this album, especially side one if you're going to listen to it. Even the first song, I think it is Hellfire and Damnation. Really, really catchy chorus. Really good stuff on there. I'm enjoying this. The battle rages on through eternity in the fight for good and evil. Which one will succeed? Hell, fire, and damnation written in the prophecy. Holy fire and salvation. Will our souls ever be free? Ever be free? All right, the next one this is a band. These guys are kind of glam metal-ish, but they're also kind of traditional the new wave of traditional heavy metal. It's a band called Hittin', and these guys are really good. While Passion Lasts, I got three out of the four of their albums. I don't have their first album, but yeah, I got a good deal on this. I bought like 5 or 6 records from a website. I'll put the website. I can't remember the name of the website off the top of my head. Again, my memory fails me every time I do a video. So, but anyway, really good stuff. I'll put on the screen where I bought it from. Pretty decent prices on that website. So I did a big order, so I could I think I got free shipping or cheap, inexpensive. I think I got free shipping actually. I'm pretty sure. But anyway, they had 2 Hittin' albums that I bought. These guys are good. They remind me a bit of Dokken, but heavier. Like the guy who sings on vocals is really good. Got this on the blue. Yeah, really good vocals here. And this is their latest release. This came out November 23. 38 minutes long. Really good stuff. I enjoy Hittin'. I bought 2 of their albums, so I'll show another one. This album, I saw this album, and this cover of this album just intrigued me immediately. And I listened to a couple of their songs. I thought it was good. I read some reviews. The reviews were mediocre, but then I saw this. Somebody had sent this back to Amazon. It ended up being an Amazon warehouse for like 15 or 17 bucks or something, really cheap. So I did the Amazon warehouse. It has just one little corner bent, so the album is fine. It just has some creases on the cover, which don't bother me at all. I don't play the cover, so, and it's not excessively damaged. The creases, you can barely see them, so I don't even necessarily care. But this is a band called Starbenders, and these guys are really fun. I actually am putting these under my glam metal section because they kind of fit that. They're a little bit maybe alternative rock, but they're still kind of in that glam, you know, like they're a good rockin' band and their look is amazing. I mean, look at these guys and gals. They look awesome and they are really glamming it up on this cover. And I think these guys would be fun to see live. Really good stuff here. I really actually am enjoying this album quite a bit. It came out, it's a 2023 release, September 23. This is technically, it says it's their third album. So they had a couple albums before this, but really good stuff. Glam rock or glam metal even. I'm enjoying this. I would recommend this album actually. I'm not sure why the reviews are mediocre, honestly. For me, I dig it. All right, this is an album that came out September 23. This was on a lot of people's 2023 best of lists for metal or black metal in particular. This is a band called Moonlight Sorcery. These guys are pretty good. My black metal tastes are this kind of stuff. You know, it's black metal, but I like symphonic black metal that is, you know, has catchy riffs, kind of catchy choruses. A lot of people say that this album has kind of like a power metal-ish feel to it. I guess I hear that a little bit, but I think that that's a little bit overstated in my opinion. I really do think these guys are straight up black metal with the symphonic elements and a little bit of melody in there. And I do enjoy it. I got it on the green and the white. There are other bands that I think are better in this type of, you know, style. Maybe some of the older bands, and sometimes bands like this, you know, like I have to listen to it quite a bit in order for it to start hitting me, you know, if I like it a lot or not. I think this is good right now. This could end up being a really great album later on, but at my first impressions, first few times I listened to it, I just thought it was good to really good. And I am enjoying it, and I do like symphonic black metal. That's the type of black metal that I like, so this is in that style, and it does have some melody in there, so there's some memorable parts, and yeah, I'm kind of enjoying it, but I need to spend more time with that one. Now this album, this band is called Crownlands, and this is the album Fearless. Now this band is, these guys love Rush. I mean, this album is mid to late 70s, actually just 70s style Rush. Now, my favorite era of Rush is the 70s, the 80s to mid 80s, everything after Moving Pictures for me. I'm not that big of a fan of. Signals is okay. It has some okay songs on it. Overall, though, I'm not a fan of that style, that 80s style of Rush. But everything in the 70s I am. And for a band to kind of take over that mantle and really emulate that sound, people would say that these guys are ripping off Rush, that they are like a Rush clone, a Rush, you know, the tribute band almost, but writing original tunes in the Rush style. All of that is kind of true. But I don't care because I know Rush can't or will not be writing music in that style anymore. I mean, they just can't. I mean, without Neil involved in the lyrics and stuff like that, they're just not able to do that. And I just don't think that they want to do that, you know, and I don't blame them. This album came out March 2023, and they had an album before this too, I believe. But these guys are very, very much Rush inspired, but I love this album. I've listened to this several times, a lot actually. This would have probably have made it on my top 10 of 2023. It would have popped an album off of there, along with that Green Lung album I've talked about before. You know, there's a couple albums now that I think if I had redone my 2023 list, this would definitely be maybe in the bottom 5, you know, the 10 through 6, but the more I listen to this, the more it's really, really growing on me. And I guess the only ding I can give it is that it's not that original. I mean, I feel like Rush could have put this album out, but saying that, it's that good. It's written that good. I don't know how anybody feels about that in particular. I enjoyed this album quite a bit. And when I heard somebody talk about this album on their top 10 list of 2023, they said, you know, oh, these guys sound a lot like Rush, but I really, really like it. Here's that. That's all they said. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I went and watched the video, and it's just two guys that do this whole thing, and they do everything live. I don't know how they do it. You know, obviously they do it, but, you know, and they have, you know, stuff on a loop and stuff like that. But I mean, the guy's playing guitar and a bunch of keyboards and stuff like that. And then the drummer is drumming and singing and maybe playing a couple other things at the same time. And they're doing a fantastic job. It's quite amazing. Anyway, decide for yourself. I highly recommend this band. And they're from Canada too. They're from fucking Canada. It's crazy. Crown Lands, Fearless, highly recommended if them sounding a lot like Rush doesn't bother you. All right, I have one more for this video. This album was on another top 10 list for 2023. So I guess that's what I did in January and February is I ordered a bunch of stuff that was on people's top 10 lists that I felt was kind of cool. This might have made it on my list. It would have been, if I had some of these albums, my top 10 list would have been a lot tougher, for sure. And this is a band called Mansion, and this is Second Death. This is their second album. I don't know if these guys are in a cult, but they kind of act like they are. And they write their songs in the style, or not in a style, but I guess in a kind of a doom metal style. But they write a lot of their songs as if they were in a cult, in this specific cult. I believe it was in either Finland or the Netherlands. I'll put the cult name at the bottom. And they write their songs as if they were in that cult. And maybe they feel that way, and maybe they want to be cultish. I don't know. I think it's kind of a gimmick myself, but it's fucking cool. And the way that these songs are sung, the way that they're played, it's kind of doom metal, but it also has these haunting vocals, male and female vocals on here that are really, really, really fantastic. I got this on Bandcamp. This, I think, is the second press of this album. It was a little bit expensive because I had to have it shipped from overseas. And I think I had to email them once and be like, hey, you haven't shipped my replica. You know, it was a couple weeks. So, and they finally shipped it. I'm so glad that I got this. And I'm so glad that I have this in my collection. It's a really creepy, haunting album that I really, really, really enjoy.
Excuse
well, that's part one of stuff that I bought in February 2024, and keep looking out for part two, where I will show off like 8 or 10 more albums and play some songs for you guys. Thanks. Bye.